What's up guys, my name is Hollow and welcome back to the channel. So it's actually pretty late and I've been contemplating on doing this today or not, but I think I've decided to make a late night upload for you guys. So in this video, we're going to be making a top 5 for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer. A top 5 amazing new things that are coming into Infinite Warfare multiplayer. Now, even though I'm sure that some of you guys didn't notice some of the things that I'm going to mention in this video, I cannot sit here and say that you guys will agree that these things are amazing, because obviously it depends if you like the game or if you like the certain thing that I'll be talking about in this top 5. Please let me know in the comments below which thing you think that I missed that you think is actually cool that's coming into Infinite Warfare. That way we can all learn from each other. Sometimes it's cool that you guys learn things from me, but as well as I learn things from you, or you guys can just learn things from each other. So make sure you guys comment in the comments below if I missed anything that you guys think it's cool. So getting into this top 5 for COD IW multiplayer, the first thing I want to touch upon is something very simple, but I think that it adds a different feel to this game completely. And when I mean simple, it's just so simple. It's something that was only via PC. It was only available like literally via PC, and that is motion blur. In PC, you can actually adjust how much motion blur you want on your Call of Duty experience when you're playing on PC. In console, you really didn't have that option, and there really was no motion blur, and if it was, I really never noticed it. So motion blur has actually made its way into Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on consoles. Obviously that should be carrying over to PC. It's not a very big like motion blur. It's very slight, but it is enough that you can tell, and it gives the game more of a cinematic feel when you're, when you're kind of moving the camera around or your weapon or whatever it is you guys want to call it. Motion blur, whenever you swerve from left to right with your right joystick, it looks cool. It really does. And it's not a lot that it's disturbing, because sometimes when you have a lot of motion blur, it's disturbing. You can see other enemies. That's why Call of Duty really has never had motion blur on consoles mainly. It could disturb some people, but honestly, I love it. I think it looks really cool in Battlefield, and I think it looks really cool in Infinite Warfare. So I'm glad they brought that to multiplayer. Now, whether it's going to be disabled, maybe there's an option, maybe there isn't. We'll find out when the final game is released. Now, the second thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is something that I've seen a lot of mixed feelings about this, and that is the enemy health bar. This is a really big game changer. Now keep in mind, these are things that are very minute, but they are very big game changers, because when you have a 1v1 gunfight, you sometimes don't really know how injured the guy is. If you're able to see his health bar, now you know, okay, you know what, I'm injured myself, but he's probably got less health than I do, so I'm just gonna go pause in and just go for the kill. And that can definitely change the game all around. Now, I don't know if they're gonna use this for competitive. Maybe they will disable it in competitive, but we don't know yet. We'll see when it comes. Let me know what you guys think about that as well in the comments below. Now, the third thing that is actually coming new into Infinite Warfare, or better yet, it's kind of coming back, because this is the thing. There was an MW3, and it's a gun perk. If you really think about it, it's kind of like a gun perk. In MW3, if you had a sniper, you can choose stability, kick, it was speed. I don't know if you guys recall that, but if you were playing with the snipers, you can actually add perks to your weapons, and it'll just make you perform different and better, or depending on what you equipped it. So it was kind of like a gun perk. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember if it was actually called the gun perk. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but it's the same idea, and I'm really glad that they brought that back. I remember playing MW3, and then after that, I always thought to myself, there hasn't been any other Call of Duty games that have actually brought this back. Seems like Infinite Warfare is bringing a lot of old things back. So now moving into the fourth thing in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and this is literally one of the newest things. We've never seen this in any Call of Duty before, is crafting your own weapons. For those of you who don't understand how crafting works, I'm going to try my best to explain it as easy as I know it for myself. So crafting works by building your base weapon into 4 different variants, categories, tiers, whatever you guys want to call them. So you got your common, rare, legendary, and epic, similar to that of Black Ops 3. Now the way that you craft these weapons is through salvage currency. It's basically just currency to be able to craft your weapons, okay? So it's called salvage. You either play the game, you grind the game, and you can redeem it, and then basically use the salvage to, obviously craft your weapons. Now when you craft your weapon, it all kind of ties up to the gun perk that we talked previously before this one, which basically, for instance, if you're using one of the snipers, for instance the EBR 800, the base weapon variant, when we look at the EBR 800, which is one of the most popular snipers right now, at least, We got the common variant. If you guys take a look, this has a stockpile, right? And that's because it's the common one. Since it's the common, I would say, in other words, it's the least powerful, or the one with the least perks, and it's only got stockpile, which is just extra ammo. Now, if you actually upgrade it into the rare, it actually comes with different perks, gun perks. As you guys are seeing here, the rare is called the particle, and it's got jackpot, which kills, grant an additional 10% score, and then readiness, which reloads faster. If you were to move into the legendary craft variant, which is called purge, I believe, then you have the nuclear, the tactical nuke, and that is a gun perk. So with this nuclear gun perk, you can actually get a tactical nuke if you get a 25 kill streak with this weapon. And then of course you got stability, and a reduced recoil stacks with foregrip. Now basically, the better the variant, you can actually have 2 gun perks instead of 1. Now the only one that I believe that only has 1 gun perk would be just the regular, common. So that's basically how I see it. Gun perks and crafting your weapons go together. One of the things is just brought back from MW3 in a way, kind of put a little bit different, and then the other one is completely brand new, and that is crafting your weapons. The more you grind the game, the more salvage you gain, the better and more you can craft your weapons into better variants. And then the last one is rigs. One thing I like about rigs is that you can actually select, you want to think of rigs as specialists, but you can actually select rigs through your menu, your created class menu, while playing in game. So it's not like Black Ops 3, you select a specialist character and that is your specialist character. You cannot select another one until the game is over. Unlike in Black Ops 3, in Infinite Warfare multiplayer, you can be playing in the game and you can still select through your different rigs and just change your playstyle completely. Now when it comes to the rigs, you can actually customize them as well, as far as kind of like what you do with the gun perks. I would say these are perks for the rigs, but they're called differently. One is called the payload and the other one is called the trait. If we take a look at the Merc rig, you can see his payload and his trait. Right now, this one in this image is using the bull charge, and then that's for the payload, and for the trait he is using shockwave. Now of course you can select between 3 payloads and 3 traits, and this goes for all of the other rigs in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer. Now whether you can change the payload or the trait, I don't think you can. I think that is something that you can only change in the creator class menu. But those are 5 things that I think are pretty amazing that are going to be coming into Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Let me know in the comments what you guys think is cool or was not cool, or what you think is cool that I missed in this video. Make sure you guys comment down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. My name is Hollow, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.